Welcome back to the Theta Communications YouTube channel. Today we're going to be diving into new collaborations for the Theta Edgecloud and the progression of where we are headed into the fall season. Before we dive in, let us thank our Theta stakers as well as our Tfuel stakers over on ThetaCommunications.com. You all make this content possible. As well as make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below to boost Theta-related content in the YouTube algorithm. Alright, let's head on over to X here. Let's go back here. And as you can see, AWS AI has posted the strength and the ability for the Theta network through Theta Edgecloud to cut cost by 20% and have this hybrid edge cloud collaboration through AWS Inferentia and the hybrid edge cloud that we all provide through the edge nodes. So this is really exciting. It's great to see. We have some good reposts from large organizations like AWS. Very cool to see. I had some people talking to me about saying, well, this is the sub account of the account. Well, really doesn't matter, because to get a gold check mark you do have to be affiliated with the actual main hub or service hub, which that is a multi-million account. So that is the most important thing to follow. As AI is a budding infrastructure, there's going to be growth within this account as well too. So let's dive in. Let's head on over to Medium here and what this really means for Theta with AWS here, being able to collab and launch with the AI chips that they have for Inferentia. And this really means that AWS is starting to get really serious about competing with NVIDIA in the future here and competing with other chip manufacturers, right? They would like to have a slice of the pie, as well as I think we all know that Amazon does a lot of military infrastructure for the U.S. government, and therefore there is a risk when you have these broad companies selling chips across the globe, right? And the issues with Singapore and the pass-throughs of these chips to competing nations. So with this, AWS would like to compete and engage with the clientele very strongly. Theta allows for the offloading of tasks, the cutting of costs, and overall keeping the infrastructure very lightweight, right? Because not every task requires a super strong chipset, and the collaboration between the two is truly a match made in heaven, right? Because this is going to allow them to grow into their chipset, and Theta is going to allow to keep costs low, as well as allocate resources accordingly. Something we've talked about previously is the auto router. We've mentioned that in a couple videos, where the auto router is really the most budding and important piece of things moving forward. So that is only going to strengthen the collab between AWS and Theta, my opinion. But now this is going to progress things forward much faster, especially going into the fall season. And we do have universities now really pushing into this sector and building with the Theta Edgecloud. We're seeing more of these universities utilize and engage with things through the Edgecloud. As you can see here, we have the thank you to the Theta network for providing the GPU resources. So these things are happening and they're moving forward. We're getting more traction on LinkedIn. Across the board, we're seeing things like Syracuse and other universities really push forward with the Theta Edgecloud, especially as costs for these universities and grants really get strangled by just government bloat, infrastructure, and depending upon if they are a state-run university or not. So this just means all great things for Theta going forward. It's why we have been very excited to grow our edge node arsenal over the past few years here, and by doing so enables all of you to engage and increase the amount of compute resources that are out there, so that as Theta grows, we can grow alongside them. So really exciting to see AWS get into this, as well as seeing the value that Theta Edgecloud can provide for their clientele and for their users. All right, let's dive into our next piece here, and that is the Crypto.com collaboration as a U.S. custody provider. These are huge steps forward in the right direction, especially now that all 15 million Theta tokens have been restaked. So they are a enterprise validator node at this point. And this meaning as a U.S. custody provider, really pushing forward this U.S.-based token that has been underserved, underloved, and in my opinion, has not been served well because of competitive factors between things like Coinbase and other build-outs that they've been working on, or sub-projects that may compete or attempt to compete with Theta. So while Theta's been shut out of the U.S. market, they're going to see and proceed forward through things like Crypto.com. So that will allow them to have an institutional grade custody solution, so that you can get bigger players involved with the Theta asset set. And this way, then, we're going to start to see a lot of flow through with some of these allocations that users have wanted but have not been able to get because of some of these underlying competitive things from these exchanges. So really excited about that. I'm excited to be on the journey with you all, and I'm looking forward to standing up more edge nodes and allowing you all to write the story alongside us. All right, everyone, I hope you have found this video well. I look forward to seeing you on the next one, and as always, I will see you on Tfuel Island. Take care. Bye-bye.